KtO meant to Southern Huntington County School District?
I think that the biggest rewards we've gotten from KtO has been, it has given us a cause to wrap ourselves around as a district and move us forward. I think just the grant itself, the way it was constructed, the way it was focused on literacy, and our ability to focus on literacy has given us an opportunity to, again, have a common cause.
What challenges did the school district face with it?
We had a lot of challenges. If you recall, at the beginning, we were very close to losing the grant. And a lot of that reason was because of capacity issues. The grant was a little different than most grants we've worked with in the past. And I think that those differences were something we haven't seen and we're prepared for. And we really had to, step up and be able to meet those challenges. We've done a lot more work in Head Start, early childhood, and I think that is an area that we started to realize as a team and as a district that it had a bigger impact on our success than what we thought originally. And that was a door we had to try to, pry open and grow from.
What success stories has come out of KtO for the district? What do you see as the successes for our students?
The biggest thing I see is hope. It's like it opened up a whole new world of hope and well, let's try this, let's do this, let's try this. It has people thinking, being creative, being innovative. I think they're the biggest things that I've seen. And people feel like there are opportunities there, as KtO is, Keystone's Opportunities, the grant, I think, provided a lot of opportunities for this district, and now they're just taking it off with it.
So one of the things that the school district is noted for this year, you had a significant raise in your student achievement in the elementary level. What was that achievement increase?
Well, I think a lot of reasons. One, we increased our leadership capacity a lot, which was good because it wasn't just administrators, it was teachers, it was parents, it was a lot of people taking hold of to help us, achieve and create new programs and opportunities for kids. But I think the other part was our teachers are very focused on literacy, very focused on what are they learning from these assessments? What data do they have? I think that they look at things much more scientifically as far as the educational process than they did before.
One of the things with KtO, there's 2 years left. And Southern Huntington County School District has another challenge that we're going to face, is that the fact that as a superintendent, you're going on to a different job. So how is Southern Huntington County School District going to sustain what KtO has done for the district without KtO being in the district, without having the money support?
And that is a good question. It's a very tough question to answer. I think, again, it comes back to the capacity. We've increased capacity, so there is a little more room for us to sustain. And what I mean by that is basically you have a lot more creative minds out there coming up with different ways to keep things moving. Our school board has changed a great deal over the years, and they are more focused on education than I've ever seen them focused on education. And I think, that being said, extra monies and things that they are focused on seem to help us be able to focus that money towards education. But I think that, again, going back to capacity, we've created a bigger capacity and creativity, and our teachers are becoming more innovative. It's not really costing us a whole lot more money with the things we're doing with early childhood, but they're making a world of difference, and maybe we haven't seen it yet because it's only been 2 or 3 years, but I think in the next 3 or 4 years you're going to see a significant difference in the elementaries because of that early childhood. So I think that is helping to sustain what we're doing.
Well, and on Thursday last week we met with Head Start, and we haven't talked about this yet. We were talking about we went back and talked about Southern Hennepin County School District and the start with it. And it was a rough start with Head Start because we didn't know what their expectations were. They had no idea what our expectations were. And we sat down on Thursday and talked about, how are we gonna expend the additional money that you had? And I said to them, I said, well, the school district has just started to use Grapeseed. It's a language acquisition program. I said, I'd be more than happy for you to come in and look at it. And Louise, director of the Head Start, said, she said, she told her two supervisors, she said, I want you to go look at that program. She said, it makes sense for us to use the same program the school district is using for language-based learning. And if we would have never gotten that conversation.
No, and I think there's the sustainability. You opened up, areas of communication, and just that communication, just right there, isn't really costing either side very much money. The other part is we haven't just opened up to Head Start. We also are now starting to reach out to some of the local child care opportunities out there, and trying to, I think when we first started, they viewed us as competition, and I think now if we can be viewed more as trying to help them help prepare our kids when they do come to school better, it actually is helping their organization more to those early childhood programs that are in the community. And we have to continue to do a better job, I think, reaching out to them so they can trust us and build that trust. But I've started to see over the last year and a half, that we're working more and more together, as we are with Little Jules and such.
Any last thought for KtO?
All I can say is that I think KtO has been one of the premier programs that the state has offered schools. I like the competition to an extent. I like the competitive grants because it makes us really think outside the box. And I like that it's very focused. And I hope it continues in the future because it's done a world of good for Southern. And I think that Southern's best days are yet ahead.